everyone, I hope you're all doing well and taking care, and welcome to this brand new Doctor Who video on the channel. Before we get started, I just want to apologise for the lack of new content recently on the channel. I have been more quiet recently. To be honest, the main reason for that is it's just been very quiet Doctor Who wise in general. We haven't been getting any news, we haven't been seeing any filming or anything like that, and yeah, it's just very quiet recently, and there isn't much to talk about. I've already talked about the 60th before, and if I think that was a success or not. I've talked about the Christmas special and theories on who Mrs. Flood could be, and done a trailer breakdown and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, apologies I haven't been as active recently. It's just been very quiet with the Doctor Who fandom in general. But hopefully, I know that some new filming is expected to take place next week, so hopefully we start to see more Doctor Who updates coming very soon. But yeah, I do apologise for lack of content, but stay with me. I'm sure that lots more Doctor Who content will be coming in the future, especially as we get closer to the new season in May. But today we do have a little tiny bit of Doctor Who news to discuss, because there's a new interview came out today with Joel Collison, I believe, who is an executive producer on new Doctor Who going forward, and he was asked about these concerns that fans have had about the Disneyfication of Doctor Who, about the fact that BBC has now collabed with Disney on Doctor Who, and this was his response to try and assure fans like us that there shouldn't be any concern about the BBC working with Disney on Doctor Who. So let's have a look on exactly what he had to say. Doctor Who producer says not to worry about Disneyfication because of Russell T Davies. Exclusive. Doctor Who executive producer Joel Collins, not Collison, sorry, talks Disney's involvement in the new era. Doctor Who is returning to our screens very soon, which we know is going to be in May, and executive producer Joel Collins has talked about Disney's involvement in the new era. From the Disney perspective, it's just a bigger audience, Collins tells SFX magazine in the new issue. So the show is bigger, but it's the same. It's hard to explain. So all of the fear that everyone had, the Disneyfication or whatever you call it, that would only happen if it wasn't being made by Russell or by someone who wasn't as big of a fan as Russell is. As it turns out, Davis is also inspired by some of Disney's output. As Collins explains, Russell wanted to bring fun to it. He just wanted to bring joy into the show and challenge people in all the right ways that Russell does, but also make it fun at the right points. Make it really fun. Take you on a ride. So I think that's where the barrier to entry is removed, because adults and children alike enjoy that. And it's not like, oh, it's just for kids, or oh, it's just for adults, or any of this stuff, which is very true. Doctor Who is for everyone, regardless if you're older or younger, whoever you are. Doctor Who is a show that is made for everyone. I completely agree with that. Actually, he always looked at Pixar films in the way he wanted this to be, Collins explained. If you look at that Christmas special, he wanted it to have the fun of a Pixar film and the complex levels of a Pixar film. No matter how well they're animated, they're all in the writing. They just are. They do workshops over the jokes and the humour and the nuisance. They work with every bit of the writing in Pixar to make sure that when they get to the animation, it reaches every beat, and Russell just has that initially. So yeah, I think that is a very fair response by the Doctor Who team. I don't mind at all Doctor Who taking inspiration from Pixar films. I haven't seen Pixar films in a long time now, but I used to watch them all the time growing up, and they are exactly right. They were very much family fun adventures, but they also had very strong character development at its core, at its heart. And yeah, I don't mind Doctor Who taking that approach at all, really. I know some people have some big issues with stuff like the Goblin song from the church on Ruby Road, which is fair because it is something very different we've not had in Doctor Who before. But I don't mind that approach. I don't mind Doctor Who being more experimental and trying new things, really. That just isn't something I'm fussed about. And I do feel with the church on Ruby Road that sing-along scene, if you want to call it that, was very fun, and I did enjoy it, and I don't mind Doctor Who being more fun going forward. It is interesting though what they say about, like, if it wasn't for Russell T Davies, there would be more concern there, which Russell has spoken about in the past, he's said that one of the reasons he returned to Doctor Who full time is because he was told by the BBC they were looking for a streaming platform to collab with Doctor Who, and Russell was concerned that could mean they don't bring the right person in for the job, especially if it isn't a Doctor Who fan, which is an interesting question. Would someone who isn't a Doctor Who fan work as a showrunner? I think that just depends on who the person is and how invested they are in the show. Obviously, if they just do it for the money, then it's probably not going to be a good result. But if they are someone who isn't a fan, but they do a lot of research, if they look into the show, if they watch lots of episodes and they connect with it, then sure, it probably could work. But it is an interesting comment there from the team, and it will be intriguing to see what happens when Russell T Davies leaves, because Russell will eventually leave Doctor Who again. Of course, that is going to happen one day, and if Disney stay on board, it will be interesting to see if maybe Russell T Davies stays around in the background as just an executive producer or something like that, just to make sure that things go smoothly and they bring in the next right person for the job. Or if Russell leaves, it will be interesting to see if the BBC can kind of handle the show going forward, or is Disney going to have more influence on who is the next showrunner, who is the next Doctor? We don't know. But for now, I'm happy with this response by Russell T Davies. I did do a video recently talking about Disney and Doctor Who, and basically what I said in it is I don't mind Disney being involved with the show now as long as it's a good influence on the show and not a negative one. And going by this interview, that does sound like it's going to be the case. So let me know in the comments section below, what do you think about this? Are you still concerned about Disney being involved with Doctor Who now? Are you not concerned? Let me know. Subscribe for more Doctor Who videos, hopefully coming soon. Hopefully we start to get more news and stuff on the way soon. But yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.